I'm Michael. And this is going to be the first episode of Crazy White Folks. Yes, you heard me right. Crazy White Folks. So, today's topic is going to be abortion because it's the topic of the moment. So, before we get started, let's review what Uncle Thomas had to say about the matter. He said that he criticized people become addicted to wanting particular outcomes, not living with the outcomes we don't like. His wife was involved in trying to overthrow the government. So, Uncle Thomas should not even be on the Supreme Court anymore. His wife should be in jail. And any and everybody who participated in that insurrection should be in jail, including Donald J. Trump, and all the members who supported him should be expelled from the Congress. So, now that we've got that out the way, let's go about to this position of abortion. Crazy Christians, as I call them, have a habit of always bringing in the Bible when they want to get a point across to the public. But that is not a biblically accurate position. So, I'm going to take you to the Bible to tell you what the Bible actually says. In Leviticus 20, it describes the laws on basically sexual sins. And it lists incest, it lists adultery, things like that. And the penalty for that was death. So, if two people have sex and they conceive a baby, and then those two people are killed because of the act of sin that they committed, they would abort the baby, correct? Aha! Now, let's take another look at another biblical story. King David in the book of Samuel. 2 Samuel 12. Okay, David had a baby by illicit means. And what did God do to the baby? It says in 2 Samuel 12:15. Then Nathan went home, and the Lord caused the son of David and Bathsheba, Uriah's wife, to be very ill. David prayed to God for the baby. David fasted and went into his house and stayed there lying on the ground all night. The elders of David's house came to him and tried to pull him up from the ground, but he refused to get up or to eat food. On the seventh day, the baby died. David's servants were afraid to tell him that the baby was dead. They said, "Look, we tried to talk to David while the baby was alive, but he refused to listen to us. If we tell him the baby is dead, he may do something worse." So, God killed the baby. Sounds like abortion to me. So, but no, I was told that God believes or promotes abortion. That's not true. And if you take it to the New Testament, there was a lady who was caught in the act of adultery, the very act, and they wanted to stone her because that was the penalty for abortion. But Jesus said, "He that is without sin, let him cast the first stone," and no one killed her. And then if you want to go even further in the epistles, Paul talks about sexual sins, and he says it's one of the worst sins you could ever commit because it's the only sin done inside the body, whereas all the rest of them are done without. So, I'm wondering where and how did abortion become such a biblical issue? I'll tell you the answer. It's not. And crazy white folks, who often tend to use the Bible to justify what they want, have bamboozled people into thinking that it's a biblical issue. But they're wrong, as usual, when they want to do something. Now, I invite anybody, I don't care how many degrees, how many whatever you got. If you can prove me wrong, you're welcome to try. So, this had been your first edition of Crazy White Folks. I'll see you soon.